All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise, honor, and glory is due to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the sincere brethren out there that's laboring in his work and continue to push out this gospel in all diligence, truth, faith, and sincerity. So yeah, I just wanted to go into another quick lesson concerning the afflictions and the sufferings that come along with serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. You see, when you begin to catch hell and you begin to be afflicted with sufferings, bad news at every turn, all right? On all sides, you're faced with, misfortunes, shortcomings is laid out in your path, then guess what? That's beautiful, man. Which a lot of people who are outside of this circle and who don't have the proper understanding of these scriptures, they'll cringe at that statement. They're not able to digest that concept. Why? Because coming up in this society, it pretty much teaches you to please the flesh, all right? You seek out luxuries, man. Your status is based upon salary, man, and especially amongst that so-called Christianity. That's why Christianity dominates the planet in regards to, members and attendance. Why? Because basically Christianity pumps that prosperity doctrine, man. They condition you to believe that when you come to serve the Lord, you're going to have some structure to your life. Your family is going to be in order. Your woman, she going to be in order. Which that's as big as a myth as a damn mermaid, man. All right? You're going to have a soft landing for your kids, send them off to college. And, you're going to build a foundation here, man. You're going to be able to sit back, draw your retirement, and live out your American dream. But the truth of the matter is when you come to serve the Most High, you're going to be afflicted. But what makes it beautiful is that means you have been accepted, man. That means you have been accepted by the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. All right, the powers of the heavens and earth, man. Which no one can come to the Lord or approach the Lord, at their own discretion, man. You can't come to the Lord unless you was invited. So when you begin to catch hell and you begin to suffer, then guess what? You are accepted, man. That means the Lord actually called you in and accepted you. But there's a clause in that contract, if you will. You got to endure. You got to endure those afflictions, man. All right? You can't bail out when, the heat get turned up. And with that, I want to start off in the book of 2 Timothy, the 4th chapter and the 5th verse. But watch thou in all things, endure afflictions. Do the work of an evangelist, make full proof of thy ministry. Right, so you are to endure afflictions, man. That's a part of the deal. When the Lord call you in, you got to endure being afflicted. You got to catch hell, but you got to keep it moving, man. There's been a lot of men who was called in and who have henceforth fallen away because they wasn't able to endure that fire, man. And there's no other way to return to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Which, the beautiful thing about it is when you begin to catch hell, and if you spiritual, all right, if you viewing everything through spiritual lenses, you should understand and accept it. And it should boost your faith overall. Why? Because starting with the apostles and the elders and the great men that taught us, they was mindful to warn us that we was going to catch hell. Then when you come into this truth, you begin to be acclimated, rooted and grounded, then you begin to catch hell, man. Which validates what they told you, which should, by default, boost your faith. It should let you know that what you're involved in is the truth, man. The fact that you actually catching hell, all right? This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, starting at verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptations, right? So when you come to serve the Lord, you don't come at your own discretion, man. You got to realize that it was the Heavenly Father, through His beloved Son, who called you to Him, man. You was drawn to the Lord. Verse 2, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, right? So you're going to constantly catch hell, man. And catching hell is not just designated to financially. Because Jake, man, we was brought up to believe money solves everything, man. I done heard niggas stand up for a wicked nigga just because he getting money, just for the sake of he getting money. Well, he getting his money, man, so I can't be mad at him. So subconsciously, you will believe that the only form of catching hell is financially, but no, catching hell is across the board. You got brothers in this truth, sincere brothers that's well off than others financially. Yet they catching hell on other levels, man, whether it's physically, all right, physical ailments, and, can't sleep mentally, being plagued with demons, all right, your old lady talking shit. And if anything else, just being put in a position where you got to coexist in this damn society, man. You got to be amongst faggots and lesbians, all right? You got to work for some damn devil. You're vexed with the things that you see day to day. That's a part of enduring, man. That's a part of being afflicted, man. Being a righteous man in this fucked up society, man. And even going off, when you go off and you commit things that's not becoming of a man of the Lord, all right? That's being afflicted, man. You beat yourself up. All this is suffering, man. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away. Right, because pretty much you have a lot of men that wasn't able to stand the heat. All right, like the old saying, if you can't stand the heat, get up out the kitchen, man. So when the Lord turned that heat up, dudes depart away, man. Really, when it come down to it, when you go to the core, it'd be a lot of guys that talk shit. Well, I'm not following Great Millstone anymore because, they ain't right, all right? But really it boils down to they couldn't handle the afflictions, man. They couldn't handle the structure, all right? It tells you that, I believe that's in Sirach. I believe it's the 6th chapter. Matter of fact, let me see if I can get it real quick, all right? Let me see if I can, yeah. This is Sirach 6:20. The point is in verse 21. She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. She will lie upon him as a mighty stone of trial, and he will cast her from him ere it be long. So yeah, a lot of guys, they might have these different excuses why they left, but the reason why they cast away this stone, all right, was because it began to be a mighty stone of trial, man, which is what? Being afflicted. And these afflictions is so heavy, man, and so deep to the point where the Lord himself is going to bring us through that, man. The elect is not going to make it on their own merits. They're going to make it because they was predestined, and the Lord is going to drag us through, man. Verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. And why do it tell you to take it cheerfully? Well, the next verse, verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity, right? So that's the way you got to rationalize it out, man. You can't tell. It's not like we walking around with a smile on our face, man. But in the back of your mind, you understand that you have been accepted, man. All right? Because anybody out there who claim that they take one on the chin, like they just take it and keep it moving. No, man. That would mean that the Lord is not good at chastening you. The Lord know how to whoop your ass, man. The Lord know how to push your buttons. So you're going to actually be affected. It's going to be times you cry out. It's going to be times that you complain to the Lord. Lord, why me? Lord, why? Soon I got this going, you just shut it down. All right? You might get some good news on the phone. Then before you can hang it up, the line clicking, you get some goddamn bad news that cancel out that good news, man. But in the back of your mind, you got to take it cheerfully because you understand that you have been accepted, man. Matter of fact, let me get, yeah, that's Proverbs. And we know these scriptures, man, but what it is, these scriptures come to life, man, especially when you catching hell, which we all catch hell, all right? Proverbs 3:11, my son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Right, and the elect is going to be thoroughly corrected, man. Okay? It tells you that in Jeremiah, the 30th chapter and 11th verse, that we shall not altogether go unpunished, but the Lord will correct us in measure. Meaning every man is going to be corrected, whatever suits that person, okay? You might be a guy, the Lord might bring a woman in your life and you love her, man. You love her to death. She had kids by you. Then the Lord take her away, man. All right? So the Lord know how to push our buttons, man. He know how to correct us, man. Verse 12, for whom the Lord loveth, he correcteth, even as a father, the son in whom he delighteth. Right? So that's why the scriptures say, take it cheerfully. It don't mean that you're going to walk around with a smile on your face, but when you meditate to yourself and you begin to think and you start sitting down and let everything digest, when you go through the formula and you break everything down to the last denomination or, equation, whatever the hell you want to put it, then you come to the conclusion, damn, the Lord loved me, man. The Lord dealing with me. The Lord has accepted me, man. If not, he wouldn't be correcting me, man. Verse 13, here go the point. Happy is the man that findeth wisdom and the man that getteth understanding, right? So when you get this understanding, you understand why you catching hell, man. And it makes you happy. Why? Because you understand you have been accepted. See, it's either two ways you can look at this thing, man. You can look at it in a negative light, or you can look at it positive, man. Because see, the Lord deal with hot or cold, right or wrong, righteousness or wickedness, light or darkness, up or down. One extreme or another, yay or nay. That's how the Lord deals. So when you come into this truth and you begin to be afflicted, you can either look at it positive, which you should look at it positive because it means the Lord dealing with you, man. Or you could look at it negative, and you're going to become offended. Then you're going to fall out. But again, like I said, it don't mean you're going to walk around with a smile on your face, man. Because you feeling that fire. All right? You feeling that fire, man. When you put any element in fire, whether it's plastic, wood, or whatever, it makes a popping sound. It makes noises. And that's what we do. When we go to catching that hell, you might, Hey, it been plenty of time, man. Some shit going, you just damn near losing, man. You throw some shit, my girl running out. What's wrong? See, this the thing that comes along with being in this truth, man. All right? This that journey, that journey back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. This is Hebrews chapter 12. Start at verse 5. And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children, my son. Despise not the chastening of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him. Yeah, so this is the Apostle Paul reiterating what was written in Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, man. For whom the Lord loveth, he chasteneth, and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth, man. That's deep, man. That's deep. That's why when you got this knowledge, the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, for being merciful and gracious enough to give us the wits, to understand what's going on, man. See, when you catch hell, that's confirmation you've been received, man. Now, I'm not talking about niggas. Scriptures also tell you suffering as an evildoer, man, a murderer, all right? But when you know you're doing the right thing, you're doing this work, you're going out on the highways and hedges, you sincerely studying and building yourself up through the spirit, and you continue to still catch hell, that means the Lord have received you, man. Verse 7, if ye endure chastening, the Most High dealeth with you as with sons. And that's that word endure, man. You got to endure it. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, yeah. So if you got a guy, all right, he living it up. You in a camp with a guy and he got a chance to take trips to Vegas and go to the casino. I mean, which that's financially, but he healthy. Just no misfortune come his way, then that guy's a bastard, man. All right? Then are ye bastards and not sons, right? Verse 9, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits and live? Right. So you got to just take it. You take it, and not only do you take it, you begin to thank the Most High, man. Hey, I'm going to give you an example. Like, you got women out here who take all type of shit from certain dudes simply because he's the man. You know, like, you got bitches out here, man. If you ain't got shit, you can sneeze wrong. That bitch out of there, man. But, you know, these bitches get with a dude, so-called boss. A dude got all type of money. He take trips. He got the villa, you know, in Puerto Rico. You know, just living the life shit, right? Man, that dude could do what the hell he want, man. That bitch gonna be with him because she just happy that he dealing with him, man. And really, that's how we should be, man. We should be happy that the King of Kings, all right, is dealing with us, man. You know, he slap you around, you go in there and cook him some dinner, man. All right? I mean, in the spirit, this is the approach you got to take. You got to be happy that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is dealing with you, man. Now, it says, for they verily for a few days chasten us after their own pleasure, but he for our profit, right? So, meaning your dad whooped your ass because it was in his best benefit to whoop your ass. You know? He knew that, look, this nigga was wrong, I need to whoop his ass. But the Lord doing it, and it's bigger than that. The Lord doing it for our profit, that we might be partakers of his holiness. And this lines up with, and I'm going to end off on this. All right? But this actually lines up with this, man. This is the silver lining, so to speak. For I reckon that the suffering of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us, man. So that's why the Lord chastening us for our profit, man. Man, look, man. Sometimes you can't contain yourself. Man, the Most High Yahweh, Barakatha Yahweh Shai, call Halayim Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man, because he's great, man. All right? He's chastening us, but he's doing it just so he can bless us, man. You can't comprehend nothing like that, man. You can't comprehend somebody taking you through hell just so they can reward you, man. He's really doing this so we can really appreciate the gift, man. So I'm going to end it off with that, man. You know, I hope this lesson was comforting and edifying to you brothers out there. Until the next time I say shalom.